Hi guys, it's pumpkin season and today we're going to learn how to crochet these cute little pumpkins that you can use as an applique on another crochet project. Here I use it on my horse bonnet. You can use them as trick or treats or just have them laying around in a classroom or something. They're fun little beginner level projects and I'll show you exactly how to work these up. If you prefer the written pattern, I'll leave the link below. It's going to be free on my blog, and also if you'd prefer a printable PDF version, I'll leave the link to that one as well. So what we'll need for this project is some orange yarn. I'm using a DK weight anti-pilling yarn here from Sheepies. Here are the details of this yarn. It's 100% premium acrylic. And then you'll need a 4mm hook. If you want to have a bigger pumpkin, you can use a slightly larger hook. And we'll need some googly eyes. They come in packs like this. Or you can get these from your local craft store or Amazon. And then you need a yarn needle and a pair of scissors. So grabbing our yarn and hook, we are going to start with a magic circle, then we'll chain 2 and work 9 double crochet into the magic circle. If you want a slow tutorial on how to work the magic circle, I'll leave a link above here, okay? So this is how I start my magic circle, and then I'm going to chain 2, just like that. And then into the circle, we will work 9 double crochets, okay? So yarn over, insert your hook into the circle, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through another 2. Let me get these out of the way, maybe you can see better. Okay, and we'll repeat this a total of 9 times, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last one here is 9. Okay, and once we have these, we're gonna pull the tail here and close the circle. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch to the top of the first stitch, just like that, to join. All right, so now we have this little circle here, which is the center part of the pumpkin. So for round 2, we are going to chain 2 like that to get our height, and then we will do 2 double crochets into each stitch around. So the first round we had 10, and now we will have 20 in total. So there we go. Another one, so now we have 2 in the first one, and we'll just go around and work 2 double crochets into each stitch. So you go back in to the same stitch to get the second one. Then you move on to the next one, work 2 double crochets in there, and so on all around. Okay, so keep going, 2 double crochets in each one, and then I'll meet you when we're back at the beginning here. So now I'm coming to my last double crochet of round 2, and just go back and count to make sure you have 20 in this row, in this round, sorry, and then slip stitch to join to the first stitch. Okay, so now you have 2 rounds, 10 double crochet in the first one and 20 in the second one. So here we start with round 3, and here we are going to work 2 slip stitches to start with. So 1 slip stitch and the second slip stitch, okay? And then we will do 2 double crochet into the next 6 stitches. So this is the first one here, 1, and another one in the same one, and we'll continue to do this in the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, that's 4, 5, and 6. 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so I counted to 12 because we're having 2 double crochet into each of these 6 stitches, which adds up to 12. All right, so now we're at the bottom of the pumpkin, and what we're going to do here is 3 slip stitches. So here's the first one. You want to flatten it out at the bottom, that's why we're making these slip stitches. 2 and a third one. Okay, so now we're going to repeat what we did here on the other side. So we're going to work 2 double crochets into the next 6 stitches once again. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get some more yarn. Okay. 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now we're back at the top of the pumpkin. We'll have 1 more double crochet here in the next stitch, and then we will slip stitch to join. And like this, we should have 30 stitches for round 3. So now that we're done with this last round, we're going to pull up our yarn a little bit, and we leave a tail to weave in and cut our yarn and pull through like that. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is we will get our green yarn and work a little stem up here. Okay, and then we will just add the googly eyes and our project is done. Okay, so I found some scrap yarn here. I ran out of the green that I used for the other ones, but that doesn't matter. So what we'll do is join this green to the first slip stitch of round 3, okay? So it'll be a little bit tight to get your hook in there. Try to wiggle it through. Grab your green and attach it like this, okay? Then we will chain 4, okay? So like 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Then what we'll do is we'll slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, like that, and into the next 2 stitches from our chain. Here's another one, and the last one, just like that. And then you want to slip stitch into the next stitch on the pumpkin, like that. Okay, so there's your little stem. You're going to pull up your yarn a little and leave a bit of a tail, cut it off, and pull it through. Okay, so now you have all these tails that are ideal to use to attach to another project. If you don't want the tails, just weave them in nicely in the back, and then you could use them as even random acts of crochet kindness. I have little tags that I'll attach below that you can add to these and then leave them out and about or give them to someone who needs a little positivity in their life. I wrote some fun quotes, so yeah, you can have a look at these and let me know in the comments below how you're going to use them. So all that's left now is get your pack of googly eyes. I've tried them here with different sized eyes. See what you prefer. These are smaller, bigger. You can have two different sized eyes. Also looks funny. So you just undo the sticker part in the back here and stick them on. And if your googly eyes come without this sticky part, you can also just put a dab of normal glue and glue them on like this. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you next time. Bye!